This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The 20th Commonwealth Games continuing earlier today in Glasgow, Scotland. The men's 400-meter hurdles prelims took place this morning, and Bahamian Jeffrey Gibson was in the mix.
And there in lane 4, Jeffrey Gibson, the Bahamian record holder. He's run a personal best 48.95 this season. So away they go, this second heat of the men's 400 hurdles. Jeffrey Gibson of the Bahamas, he moves into second place and comes past Leaford Green. And coming right away, this is Cornell Fredericks, really good piece of running. And in second place, Jeffrey Gibson finishing hard. Those are the two who will qualify automatically. Gibson closing, clocking 49.66.
So there you have it, Jeffrey Gibson moving on after finishing his heat second in 49.66. He will run out of lane 8 in the final tomorrow. That's at 3:15 p.m. local time here at home. The men's high jump final also on the schedule today. Ryan Ingram cleared the opening height of 7.1 on his first attempt. He then cleared 7.3 on his second attempt before bowing out at 7.4½. Donald Thomas also part of the men's high jump final today. He had an identical card to that of Ryan Ingram. Thomas cleared the opening height of 7.1 on his first attempt. He then cleared the 7.3 on his second attempt before bowing out at 7.4½. Ingram and Thomas both finished in a tie for 9th. On to the men's 400-meter final now, and the Bahamas was supposed to have had 2 competitors in the lineup. However, Chris Brown was forced to pull out of the race because of a stomach virus, and that left everything on the shoulders of Latoya Williams. Despite finishing his semifinal second, Williams still drew lane 8, and that was a tall task to say the least. Williams finishes 5th with a time of 45.63, and once again the Bahamas is denied its second chance at a medal. The women's 200-meter prelims on the track today as well. Nivea Smith ran in heat number 4.
Lane number 7, Nivea Smith from the Bahamas. They're national champion this year at this event, 23.45. So a nice clean start. Calvert from Jamaica on the inside lane. Of course, she's going to run a good bend. She runs a great bend when she runs a relay. She's tight to the line, though, is the Jamaican. Honora of England in the centre lane, holding form. Remember, top 3 go through. Calvert, Honora, and Smith.
And what a ding-dong there was for third. Nivea Smith coming past Ramona Papaioannou. Papaioannou ran a really good bend. She's running far left-hand side here, and you can see the way the Bahamian came through in the closing stages. Calvert was away and clear. Annika Honora had a really good gap for second place, but Nivea Smith coming through really smoothly.
Calvert wins 23.14 seconds. Honora and Smith also automatically through.
So there you have it, Nivea Smith through to the semifinals in 23.48. She will run in heat 1, lane 8 at 1:07 tomorrow afternoon, and she will need to finish in the top 2 or have one of the next 2 fastest times to qualify for the final, which will also run tomorrow. Now elsewhere today, Michael Matthew, he won his heat of the men's 200 meters in 20.55. That's the fastest time from the first round. Teray Smith, he was second his 200 meter heat in 20.91. Both he and Matthew run in the semifinals tomorrow. Bianca Shore had a good day as well in the women's long jump qualifications. She has the best jump heading into the final of 21.10 3/4. That final is tomorrow. Now Tamara Myers not as fortunate. She soared 20 feet 1 3/4 inches for 7th in her flight, 17th overall. She will miss out on the final. Meantime, in the women's 800 meter prelims, Deshawn Adderley ran a time of 2:08.24 for 6th in her heat. That too not good enough to move on as well. The Bahamas Lawn Tennis Association, they're getting ready to send a group of juniors off to the HIDIC tournament in El Salvador next month. Here's BLTA President Elwood Donaldson.
They're training every day, 9 to 11, and on Saturday afternoons in preparation. We expect good results. In our under 14 girls, we have a strong team. Some of the top ranked players from the Bahamas have high rankings in the COTEC, which is the Caribbean and Central American region rankings. We have a good 16 girls team with Aisha Shepard, going, one of the top juniors in the region. So we expect pretty good results from this team, and we are having fundraisers to help them travel. We're still looking for corporate sponsorship, but we feel that they will do well and do the Bahamas proud.
There's been a lot of discussion lately about player movement in the various fast-pitch softball leagues around the country. The Bahamas Softball Federation finally made a decision over the weekend denying players the ability to move about the islands, and that is not sitting too well with the AAA Marine Razorbacks out of Spanish Wells.
Me and the team, the whole team, think that it was directed right at us.
Why you say that?
Well, because they know that we had a few players out of Long Island. I talked to the couple of the big chiefs before we got them to play with us, and they done like it was okay where they didn't have no league. Now the guys has gone and spent money to come play. They done played a few games to lock themselves in on the team, and now they just can't play softball. It don't make no sense.
The International Basketball Academy hosted its inaugural summer camp in the Bahamas last week at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Doris Johnson coach Nico Bowles spearheaded the initiative.
It's key and it's imperative, to bring outside experience, because at the end of the day, these youngsters from here, they possibly go to the United States, to persons such as the coaches represented here today. They've been coaching for at least 50 and 20 plus years, each and every one of them. Coach Jeff, he is actually a coach down there at John Hopkins, assistant coach. Coach Manchko, he is down there at Baltimore City Junior College, and also Coach Bear, he's at Gettysburg High School in Pennsylvania. So they have a diverse background, and I think it really will help and benefit the organization.
And that will do it for sports. Don't go anywhere. The Bahamas Tonight is back after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.